In a small house on the edge of a village lived a curious little girl named Lisa. She loved asking questions, playing with her cat Whiskers, and looking up at the stars from her window every night. One warm summer evening, just as she was getting ready for bed, Lisa saw something strange. A soft, blinking light appeared under the old apple tree in the garden. It flickered on and off, like someone was waving a tiny lantern at her. Whiskers lifted his head and stared too. Lisa's heart began to beat faster. What could that be, she wondered? Was someone waiting for her? Though part of her wanted to stay cozy in bed, curiosity won. She quietly grabbed her small lantern, a gift from Grandpa's son, and whispered, "Let's go see, Whiskers." The cat jumped down and purred in agreement. As Lisa opened the door, the warm night air hugged her with the scent of flowers and fresh grass. Crickets sang, stars sparkled above, and in the distance, that strange light blinked again. Holding her lantern tightly, Lisa took her first step into the night. Lisa walked slowly through the garden, holding her lantern close. Its golden light painted warm spots on the grass and pushed the darkness away. Whiskers stayed close, carefully stepping beside her and checking behind them now and then. The blinking light now looked farther away, like it was gently calling her to follow. "It's like someone is playing a game with me," she whispered, her voice sounding small in the quiet night. When they reached the apple tree, Whiskers suddenly stopped, ears up, and hissed softly. Lisa pointed her lantern under the tree, but there was nothing, just shadows and swaying branches. Then she heard a soft jingle, like a tiny bell ringing nearby. "It's so close," she said, and ran forward, forgetting all fear. Just ahead, the light glowed brighter, and now she saw it. A tiny golden lantern lying in the grass, with a glowing spark floating next to it. Whiskers sniffed it and backed away, unsure. Lisa bent down and reached out her hand, and suddenly, the garden around her felt alive, like something magical was about to begin. Lisa gently picked up the little golden lantern. It was small, covered in pretty patterns, and glowing with a warm light, but it had no candle or batteries. Just touching it made her feel calm and happy. But even more surprising was the glowing spark that danced nearby. It looked like a tiny ball of light, floating and swirling as if playing with her. The lantern in her hand rang softly, and the glowing spark paused in front of her. "Are you alive?" Lisa whispered. The spark swirled faster, then began floating deeper into the garden. Lisa, holding her magical lantern, followed it. Whiskers stayed close, a little unsure but loyal. The deeper they walked, the stranger the shadows became. Trees whispered secrets, and grass moved even without wind. Lisa felt like she was entering a new world, a world of nighttime magic. Finally, the glowing spark stopped at an old stone well, covered in moss and vines. Its reflection in the water was so bright, it looked like another world was shining inside. Whiskers froze and hissed again. Lisa held her lantern tighter. This felt like the start of something big. Lisa leaned over the well, and the glow from her lantern mixed with the strange light in the water. Suddenly a shimmer moved below, as if someone waved at her from deep inside. She held her breath. "Who's there?" she whispered. And then, like magic, a voice answered. It was gentle, like leaves rustling, and deep, like mountains in the distance. "Thank you for finding my lantern," the voice said. "It only shines for those who aren't afraid of the dark." Lisa was startled, but not scared. The voice felt kind. Whiskers arched his back and growled softly. "Who are you?" Lisa asked, looking into the well. A warm light grew stronger, and she saw the shape of an old man with long white hair and bright, glowing eyes. He smiled at her from the water. "I am the keeper of night paths," he said. "I help children who seek answers. But now I need your help." Lisa's eyes grew wide. Someone needed her? That felt special. "What can I do?" she asked bravely. "The stars are disappearing," said the keeper. "If you follow the glowing spark and don't fear the shadows, you can bring them back to the sky." Lisa looked at Whiskers, who stayed beside her. She took a deep breath and whispered, "I'm ready." The spark glowed even brighter and floated upward to lead the way. The glowing spark led Lisa and Whiskers into the thickest part of the garden. Her lantern lit a narrow path that looked like it was made by tiny forest animals. Tree branches formed a tunnel overhead, and everything felt quiet and dark. Lisa's heart beat fast, but she kept walking. The lantern's light made her feel safe. "We can do this, right, Whiskers?" she whispered. The cat answered with a soft "Murr." Suddenly, strange shadows appeared on the path. They moved like they were alive and blocked the way forward. The spark floated above them, but its light couldn't shine through. "These are the fear shadows," came the keeper's voice in her mind. "They grow stronger when you're afraid. But if you smile, they disappear." Lisa blinked. Smile when scared? That sounded odd. But then she remembered her mom's words. A smile is the light that lives inside you. Lisa gripped her lantern, took a deep breath, and smiled. First a little, then a big, bright smile. And just like that, the shadows faded like smoke. One by one, they vanished, and the path cleared. The spark danced happily. "See," said the keeper, "your light is stronger than any darkness." For the first time that night, Lisa felt truly brave. After the shadows were gone, the path brought Lisa and Whiskers to a quiet river. The water whispered softly, and an old wooden bridge stretched across it. The boards looked worn and creaky. Lisa stopped. "What if it breaks?" she whispered. The spark floated ahead, waiting. Then the keeper's voice returned. "The lantern shows the way, but your belief gives it strength." "Look ahead, not down." Lisa raised her lantern and saw the light make a glowing path right across the bridge. She stepped forward, one foot, then another. The wood creaked but held. Whiskers followed carefully. Lisa kept her eyes forward, and slowly, step by step, they made it across. When they reached the other side, Lisa smiled with pride. She wasn't the same girl who once hid from the dark under her blanket. Ahead, she saw a large oak tree with a glowing hole in its trunk. The spark floated toward it, and Lisa felt something important was waiting inside. Lisa and Whiskers reached the big oak tree. Its hollow glowed warmly, like a cozy room. Lisa peeked in and found a small wooden box. It opened by itself, and the keeper's soft voice returned. "You've finished your journey, Lisa. You didn't run from the dark. You lit it with your heart. The lantern chose you because you're brave and kind." Lisa looked at the glowing spark dancing around her. Now she understood. It had been her guide, her friend, and her test. Inside the box was a tiny note. "The true light is already inside you. The lantern just helps you see it." Warmth filled Lisa's chest. She wasn't afraid of the dark anymore, because she knew her smile and courage could light the way. Whiskers purred and rubbed against her arm, and the lantern gently faded, leaving only a calm feeling in her hand. The next morning, when sunlight poured into her room, Lisa woke up changed, brave, happy, and full of light. And even though the lantern was gone, she knew its magic would always shine in her heart. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the story, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.